It's often been said that success comes with a price. However, what if that price is more than you bargained for? What now? Hi, my name is Alicia AMMorgan, and I'm here today to talk to you about the cost of success. It's more than hard work. You want to know why I know that? Well, I'm known for empowering minds, shaping futures, and limitless impact through project and program management. I'm an aerospace and industrial engineer. I've worked in Fortune 500 companies, supported college and workforce readiness initiatives in community colleges, four-year universities. I've been an expert facilitator and talking about all things skill first. I've also worked in executive leadership in nonprofits supporting STEM education. I'm highly ambitious and driven to do things well for social impact and strategic leadership. Yet I know for sure that there's a cost of success that I did not know until I decided to dig deeper. Success comes with the price of understanding that the higher you go, the more achievements and accolades and recognition that you receive, the more you're out in public and community facing, it feels like you become a target of a lot of criticism. You feel like you have to be perfect, which you're not perfect. You can be imperfectly beautiful. But you have to understand the toll that all of this takes on you. What will you say when you are questioned? When your back seems like it's against the wall and you need to meet a deadline, do you still have integrity? When the hard work doesn't necessarily pay off because you don't have the right team and resources in place, you're not always the smartest person in the room. Can you move and influence people, even after heated discussions? Do you understand cultural nuances and language barriers that you face? I worked in an after-school program, and this program in particular supported refugee and immigrant children. So children from around the world, and they are all trying to work together in these learning centers, beginning to understand each other. And each day, I'm also getting to know myself and things that I may have not known I have biases about. So hard work alone won't have you to be successful in that environment until you try to embrace and understand people's background. We all come to environments with our education, whether it's traditional or non-traditional, and our triggers. That's imperfect environments that we've worked in, and we have some, what we might call baggage or trauma, and unpacking that. Hard work alone won't get you through that. It's communication and constant communication and working through miscommunication. The one thing I know for sure about being successful in many different environments and achieving high-performing teams and award-winning success is that you have to take it to the team, the people who know what's going on. And this applies into your everyday relationships. It's hard work, indeed, to work through our challenges. That part's right. To be successful, you have to get out of your own way, as they say, and then understand something else that I recently really had to understand. As a driver and someone who's highly ambitious and just wants to get things done, is you will never defeat timing. So you can work very hard to achieve something, but if it's not the right time, it won't happen. However, no, it's not forever. I always talk about failure. And people often would say to me, why would you do that? It undermines your credibility. Well, I do it because during my journey where I felt like I was alone or isolated and I couldn't figure things out, I thought it was just me. But when I read stories of someone else who experienced something similar, it motivated me that I could go further and that the cost of making a mistake is not final. Because again, hard work alone won't make you successful if you don't understand what you don't know and be able to have discussions with people to figure out what your blind spots may be. So that's very important. And then the cost of success can take a toll on your body if you're not aware of burnout. Again, abandoning the thought of working twice as hard to be twice as good when, again, you can't defeat timing or something is just not the right fit for you. Are you willing to face that as well? So there are tangible and intangible costs of success. Really breaking that down, what it means to you. What is well-being to you? What does that look like for you? What does thriving look like for you? Recently, I had been thinking about trade-offs, where an opportunity, while it may be great on paper or looking at it, the overall costs, whether that's a financial cost, whether it's a time issue, a cost of time, or it just doesn't align with my values. So am I willing to take that cost? You always have to think about these things. I was also a person who didn't have boundaries. I love doing things, working in teams where we were working in a mess and then we get to the magical moments. I've done a lot of those opportunities. One of the hardest parts about success and being a driven person is when you go into a new environment and there is the feeling of we've done things the same way for a long time. And then you may not know, but you may be perceived as this disruptor. That can take a toll because you can feel like everybody is not listening to you or against you. And then you're trying to achieve something of success and you're paying the price of talking about the elephants in the room, the uncomfortable things that no one wants to talk about. And can you get through that without ruining your reputation capital? So the things that I'm talking about, whether you decide to go out on your own, be a business owner or consultant, or stay in industry and work in through the leadership paths or individual contributor, you have to be aware of relationship dynamics and this thing called social capital. And it's not just the networking thing, it's a value exchange, and it's all about transformation and not being transactional. That's another cost of success. Figuring out what relationships that you are in that are strictly transactional and not transformational. But you have to become a person of value. That means you're not only a person who can solve problems, you can find problems, but also propose solutions to get to innovation, to get through strategy, etc. So there's a lot of things to consider. So I hope that this video has given you some insight on the cost of success. Is it your boundaries? Is it financial? Is it your mental health and well-being? Is it relationship dynamics? Is it that you're not realizing what you don't know, or you're not willing to discuss the elephants in the room? All these things are a part of success. So it's not just your skills alone. It's your communication skills, your interpersonal skills, and your ability to work through a lot of things. The last thing I would like to tell you is that you've often heard that first impressions are a lasting impression. However, there's more to that. It can cost you your success if you are not willing to dig deeper and truly get to know a person, because there are several factors. A person can have a bad day and lead to an unfortunate first impression. A person can be an introvert and they don't open up as well. Someone can be an extrovert and you still don't know everything about a person. It takes a while to truly get to know a person. But if you're a data person, you'll look for patterns and you'll see over time. I really hope that you figure out the cost of success in your own life and career and realize it's much more than hard work. If you find this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share. And please continue to visit my channel, AMMorgan, here on YouTube. Thank you for your time. And remember that success is not a solo sport. The hard work that you think you know it takes to achieve success is much deeper. Form deeper relationships that lead to transformation.